Hi, am I live? Let me know if you guys can see me. It's been a while since I've live streamed. It was obviously last year in 2020. Hang on, am I live? My YouTube's not updating. Can you guys see me? Oh, there's an ad. Okay. See, I'm so bad at this. Okay, guys. Anyway, let me know if you can actually see me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't know why there's an ad in front of this. Hang on. Okay, let me skip my own ad. There I am. Okay, I'm on my own screen. Inception. Here we go. I'm clearly not a professional at this. I don't think I ever will be. You guys are going to have to bear with me. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your 2020 is off to a survivable start. We all know what a chaotic couple years it's been for all of us. Okay. I like to have my phone open so I can see you guys. I have it on slow mode because I had a premiere of one of my videos on slow mode, and I loved that I was able to actually keep up with the chat for once. And as you guys know, I want to read all of your comments. So hi everybody. Hi everybody coming in. I see you all. Oh, it's so good to see you. Thank you. Jeffrey Nelson says audio and video clear. Yes, that is good to hear. Oh my gosh, Mason 1024 is here. Hi Mason. It's awesome to see you. Mason has been an amazing supporter of the channel, and we really, really appreciate them. Did I say 2020? Oh my gosh, see, I can't even get my years straight. I'm just living beyond the bounds of time and space at this point. How are you guys all doing? It's really nice to see so many familiar names in the chat. Hi, Mateus Feliciano. It's good to see you. Yes, happy 2022, everybody. I'm sorry if I wished you a happy 2020. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Hi, Eric. Hey, good to see you. Hi, Kermit Frog. Well, I'm glad to hear you got Amazon Prime, and I'm sorry to hear you got hurt horseback riding. I'm glad to hear you're getting better. Hi, Porkins. Hi, Keck44. Thank you to DJ Fox for being the first moderator of the stream. I saw, who was it? Gen X saying they've never seen so many mods in a stream before. I went very mod happy in the beginning of in the start of my YouTube career because I tended to have more people in my streams, and now it's actually at a more manageable place for me. So my mods are beyond the scope of what I need, but I love you guys and you're all awesome. So I'm appreciative of all the mods. They do really awesome work. And speaking of mods, Eric K, thank you so much for this first super chat of the night. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Happy year, New Year 2020, 2022. Much love. Thank you, Eric. It's awesome to see you. I actually got to meet Eric at the Geeks and Gamers Nerdrotic event in Vegas, and that was super cool, genuine, very present person, which I always appreciate meeting, especially because I was super nervous that time. I had never met so many people in person before outside the realm of like university before. So it was very exciting. And yeah, Eric was a very welcoming and calming presence. So I appreciate that. Hello, Midnight Donut Bro. Good to see you. Thank you for checking in. I am surviving. I'm doing okay. Thank you. Hello, Dave Myers. Hello, Generation Productions. It's good to see you. Jeffrey Nelson. So before I get too wrapped up in the chat, I wanted to say, hey, Outlaw Gamer, by the way, I loved your your comment the other day on my community post. All right, so before I want to talk about a few things today. Before I start, like fully getting into you guys with the chat and talking with you guys one-on-one, I wanted to say I made a community post yesterday out of curiosity because one of the things I love about having this platform, having a YouTube channel is I love meeting you guys. I love getting to know you. And I love getting to know people in general in a very genuine way. I'm a huge advocate for self-awareness and self-exploration, understanding ourselves better. I really believe that all this frustration that a lot of people are experiencing with the state of things, the state of the world, as much as it can feel helpless at times, particularly for an individual, if you're not necessarily taking up arms with other people in a group, it can feel helpless. It can feel stifling. It can feel suffocating. It can feel paralyzing in a lot of ways. Um, so I really believe that moving towards a world that feels less chaotic really starts with working with the chaos within our own lives and within our own minds, within our own selves. And having worked with children, having friends in the mental health industry, being fascinated with with different modalities, including philosophy and psychology, I've seen just so many different sides of people and so many different ways of understanding ourselves. And for myself personally, self awareness has gotten me out of a lot of really deep valleys in my life, so to speak. And learning about where I can improve, what weaknesses or self perceived weaknesses, or even externally perceived weaknesses by others, what I can improve upon. So, anyway, long story short, I'll get back to the more esoteric stuff later, but I made a post. I'm going to go to that post right now. I wanted to actually make a much bigger post, meaning that I wanted to have more options for people to fill out, but this was basically just a survey where I wanted you guys to answer. As a multiple choice. You can answer anonymously, or you can answer and then expand upon your answer in the comments if you wish to. We got 21 comments altogether. We got 47 votes so far. The question is, what is your biggest obstacle to happiness and or personal growth right now? Feel free to vote anonymously or expand in the comments to let us know more. The first option was anger and or judgment of self and others. This one is in the lead at 47%. Now, I had a feeling, call it force field energy. I had a feeling that that would be the winner, just because I see so much anger and judgment and just general feelings of separation in the world today, just in general, whether that's children, whether that's parents, whether that's teachers, whether that's mental health professionals, whether that's patients, whatever, personal life, my friendship circle, colleagues. I see a lot of anger, and I think it's a common thing, but I also think it's been exacerbated by a lot of what's going on in the world recently. Okay, the next option was being continuously distracted by the internet and or social media, which I thought would be more popular, but so far that's only at 15%. Um, the third option was relying on a substance or behavior to escape negative feelings. I also wanted questions to be longer. I wanted to say escape or to numb negative feelings. Um, Another option, of course, was other or multiple. You can let us know in the comments, which quite a few of you did. 19% of people did. So apparently some of these questions didn't resonate as deeply, or some did, and people wanted to combine things, which I love to see the personalization. And then the final option was none. You are joyous, healthy, you suppress nothing, and you never hurt anyone else. Which is I was kind of poking fun because I find it very rare to find people that are in that at that echelon of kind of self-actualization, self-awareness, where they're able to kind of be self-regulated. They can regulate their emotions, they can regulate their energy, and they are also able to regulate themselves in a way where they don't let their, I don't know, their lack of energy or their lack of patience disrupt other people's lives. So good for you if you're in that place, but I think a lot of people struggle with that. The answers to this were beautiful. I was so impressed at the level of self-awareness so many of you had, and it was really freaking awesome to see. And maybe if we have time later, I'll get into my note, which I had more questions and more options, but YouTube only lets you have so many different options. But there were some others that I really wanted to explore. This was really cool to see how you guys answered, what you guys thought, how many people struggle with issues of anger, how many of you struggle with issues of judging others, judging yourselves, being your own worst critics. It's fascinating. It's relatable. I know a lot of you guys don't like. I think everyone in our community and the outside community, other YouTubers that I've collaborated with, everyone sees me as like this really nice, loving, positive person. And that's certainly one side of me, but I also have struggles. And just because I don't necessarily get super angry about things, and I'm not a very reactionary channel, I don't necessarily put myself out there in a way where I'm reacting negatively to things. And I do try, keyword is try. I do try to see the best in people, and I do try to see the best in situations. That is not to say that I don't also see darkness and ugliness in the world and in other people. I do. I've been hurt by people. Um, I have been pissed off by people, annoyed by people, let down by people. But for me, there's more strength in realizing that those people are human and that we all make mistakes and that those people are trying the best with what they have. Um, so I make a concerted effort to not hold grudges, but at the same time, some people can be really hurtful, and it's hard not to harbor anger or feelings of resentment to protect ourselves and to protect our egos later in life. So anyway, I don't want to get too far away from you guys in the chat who are with me right now in the present moment, but I would love to continue this conversation and see if it unfolds at all with you guys here. Because I feel like you guys could have a lot to add to this conversation. And some of you might have questions or comments that could really help evolve the conversation together. So yeah, I'd love to see that. Anyway, I'm back to the chat. Jeffrey Nelson's playing Star Trek online. Let's hope she didn't just restart 2020 or something. No, hopefully not. Hi, Ryan Dyer. I have missed you too, Ryan. I hope you are doing well. And I really, I know I don't go back to all of your comments because you leave me quite a few in the most beautiful way, and it makes me know that you're thinking of me. But I always appreciate seeing you and the very kind comments you leave. Just to let me know you're thinking of me. It's very special. Outlaw Gamer, Nova and I are doing really well. Nova's very happy. She got a lot of gifts this year. So she's currently playing with a lot of her cat toys, and she's awesome. She's currently grooming herself. In Gen X, one day there will be a Jedi Bunny Con. Yes, and there will be 30 of us all together hanging out. Mateus, unfortunately, my holidays were quite stressful. They were not who's the artist? They were not the Norman Rockwell depiction of the lovely, warm family holidays. My holiday was a little bit small, a little bit sad. I have a few family members left that I really love and connect to, but unfortunately, the people in my family I felt the closest to are pretty much all gone now. So I've lost a lot of people in my family. And for those of you who grew up with big, bustling, warm, loving family Christmases or holidays at all, just family gatherings in general, when that starts to shrink, it can be kind of sad, but we'll figure it out. It was also a very strange year. I ended up having to fly home on Christmas Day, which was wacky, but anyway, won't get too far into that. Phil TMNT, Phil, it is awesome to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. I hope you are well. El perro de El perro El perro del Otomo. Good to see you. It is great seeing you. The dude 1764. Hi, I hope you were doing well. I think of you often and always wonder how you're doing, so I hope you were doing well. Ouch, Kermit Frog, your kneecap dislocated. So you put it back in place and it hurt like hell. It's still swollen, but I can walk little to no pain. I intend to go get back on hopefully next Monday. I'm assuming back on your horse, you mean ouch for your kneecap. I'm squeamish, so I would have a very hard time putting my own kneecap back in place. Wow. I might try to if it ever happened to me. Who knows until you're in the situation, right? Hi, Andy McCollum. Good to see you. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to try to hi, Nitrium. Good to see you. All right. Sorry and Sky, 1 and 2 is pretty close. Let me remind myself what 1 and 2 are the options. Okay, so option 1 was anger and or judgment of self and others. Oh, and being continuously distracted by the internet and or social media. Yeah. You know what? While we're at it, since I've made some headway in the chat, let me see. I'm going to read the other ones. I had these in my notes. What the other options were. Ooh, this was a good one. Attachment to ego or rigid view of self and or adherence to a self-constructed persona. This one I thought was really interesting because I think a lot of us don't realize how much our ego kicks in day-to-day life. And I don't just mean ego in the term like egocentric is a narcissist that's all about themselves. I mean attachment to ego as almost a defense mechanism without really being as aware of the part our ego plays. Um, so I don't know. That's an interesting one. But it wasn't on the top of my list, but I thought that could be really interesting. And I feel like in the age of social media, a lot of people get very attached to the view of themselves they have that they put out there into the internet, whether that's via Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I don't know, TikTok, whatever all the other things are now. I think people they try to construct almost like a character for themselves, and they feel like they have to rigidly adhere to it, forsaking kind of genuine connection to themselves and authenticity with others. So I don't know. It's hard to think of an example, but I'm sure I could think of one. But I don't want to get distracted with just one question. Um, Okay, I like this one too because this one's very relatable for me. Feeling generally confused slash overwhelmed by life and how to human correctly. So that's something that I personally have struggled with since I was young. I remember always feeling like I was different. The way I thought about things was different. The way I saw other people was different. And I didn't ever feel like I quite fit in. And I still struggle with that a little bit, but I'm more empowered by the self awareness that I've cultivated and worked on throughout the years. So when I was younger, I just felt so confused by how I was supposed to be in the world, how I was supposed to be with my friends, how I was supposed to be with my parents, even. Um, and having a very like linear kind of boxed in idea of what success and happiness meant because I think especially growing up in the 90s where we were kind of fed these ideas that success and coolness and popularity all looked like one very homogenous outcome. And one of the things that I really like about the world we're living in now, despite all of its other flaws and discrepancies and conflicts, is that we are seeing a much more just a much more diverse understanding of how people can be happy, how people can be content, how people can find joy and contentment and connection in the world. And it isn't always just about being cool or being popular, and it's so much more nuanced now to look at the world and see. I don't know. I grew up in a time in a space where I had such a very limited view of what happiness was. So because I was rigidly adhering to kind of the path that would lead one to that constructed version of happiness, I was limiting my actual behavior and ideas and self to that notion of happiness. So I wonder if that's relatable for anyone. And now I feel like I'm just really embracing who I am and not in a way where I'm like, just be weird, man. I mean, in a sense of like, really find out who you are, not in a cosmic wooey sense, but find out who you are, what makes you tick, why you're hurt by the things you're hurt by, why you do the things you do, especially the unhealthy things. Because if you can trace why you do the unhealthy things in your life, you can figure out what you actually want. And that may sound weird. I'm going to repeat that because I think it's really important. It's something I'm learning now. If you can find out why you do the unhealthy things you do in your life, you can trace those back and figure out what you actually want, what you're actually seeking. Because those unhealthy behaviors, you're trying to get something or you're trying to get away from something. But either way, it's something that you probably need that you never learned how to get in a healthy way. So if you can figure out how to kind of rewire it, and it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know that. It's easier said than done. So that's one, just the overwhelming factor of being human in this day and age, not understanding how to really be. And especially now, it's just information overload. We have so many different options at our fingertips. Do I want to be a Buddhist? Do I want to be a minimalist? Do I want to be a Catholic? Do I want to be an atheist? Do I want to be a total nerd? Do I want to be a goth? Like, there are so many different options out there for us. But I feel like the more you limit yourself into one constructed idea of who you are, obviously you're limiting your entire world. So really just try to pop all the bubbles of reality that you possibly can, um, and figure out who you really are, what you really want. Um, and yeah, anyway. All right, hang on. Now I know I'm behind in the chat. So let me try to catch up with the chat some more. While whoa, and then I'll get back to the notes. And then I'll get back to the notes. Okay, guys. Optic Racer, I loved your comment, by the way, on the community post. I loved your comment. Optic Racer says, interesting, Kelly. You might like to expand on your colleagues' anger moments without mentioning names, of course, to compare notes. So, um, I actually really love using I'm actually going to be taking a break from work for a while. But as many of you guys know, I was a teacher. I was working with kids. I had been working with kids for over a decade. I actually started working with kids when I was a child myself because I started Mothers Helping when I was like 11, 12, 13. And then I started babysitting. And then I got into teaching as I got older. Obviously, I went to school. And I love using the example of children because every child has anger. Even babies have what people in the field of like nervous system regulation would call healthy aggression, where even when a baby's very small and they're starting to figure out that they are a part of a world and part of then they're in a body, they start to kind of feel things and get like you can see a baby sometimes when they cry, they look angry. And so all of us have that inside of us. And how our anger is expressed later in life, whether it's suppressed, whether it's outwardly expressed, whether it's always there, whether it's bubbling under the surface, it all kind of depends on how we grew up and how anger was used as a language in our home or around caregivers, teachers, friends. So anger is kind of a way there are healthy ways, of course, of expressing anger where it can be kind of like almost like a decompression thing where you need to press the button every once in a while and just kind of like let things out. And then there are times where it can really hurt you over time because you're holding on to it and it's kind of eating you up inside all the time. But I love using the example of children because I noticed how anger played out with children in different ways and how the children that were the most angry tended to also be the most isolated. These are kids that I was working with, usually between the ages of anywhere from 4.5 to like 14, 15, 16. Um, and the kids with the most anger that didn't have an outlet for it, who they weren't being validated by parents or friends or teachers, and they were being eventually, because anger gets scary for parents and teachers and colleagues and friends when you get to a certain age, when a child gets to a certain age and they're unable to express it in a healthy way. So anyway, I can go on about that. Maybe later if you guys are interested in hearing about it. It's a fascinating kind of phenomenon that happens. And I think it's something that needs to be addressed and not in a like, this is a this is going to destroy our planet kind of thing. But I do think it's hurting people's lives. And I think it's hurting people's abilities to live happy, healthy lives because there's a lot of shame wrapped up with anger and people feel like they shouldn't be angry. But part of it is actually most people that are angry have a right to be angry and they're valid in feeling angry. It's just a matter of what are their steps in between feeling that anger or that pain or that fear that leads to anger and the actual outburst or the actual constant simmering and tension in your body, really, because it'll affect your body too, which sucks. Yeah. Anyway, great topic. Okay. King of Ruckus. Hello, King of Ruckus. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Chad. About to drive, so I'll be listening for a while. I hope all is well. Happy New Year, King of Ruckus. I hope you're doing well. It is always amazing seeing you because you've been with me since my first friggin' video, and I am very grateful for you just hanging out all the time. Sorry and Sky. Oh, psychology terms. LOL. That brings me back to high school. Same. I think my first psychology class was in high school, and I don't think I was even ready for it at the time, honestly, to comprehend it because I was so wrapped up in my own like little introverted world. I was so painfully shy. So it hit me later, though. It hit me later on for sure. Fascinating. Hello, Dimaginai. It is awesome seeing you. Hello there. Happy New Year. Great seeing you guys. Ryan Dyer, sometimes I miss 2002. Same. I never thought I'd say it because in 2002, when I was how old was I in 2002? Like 15. I would never ever think that I would miss it. But now, man, I would love to go back to the times of house phones and dial-up internet and just riding my bike and meaning not that I wanted to be on the house phone or the internet, but the fact that you could just leave them behind and go out for a bike ride, go out for a walk. I would just walk for hours, be in nature, like crawling under this fence to go into this swamp that I wasn't supposed to be in and finding salamanders under logs. Like that was a good time. That was a fun time. I miss those days. Yep, I miss that. I miss not being connected. And I feel like I'm less connected than most people I know. I miss not being connected at all to a cell phone. You guys know I'm not really active on social media other than here on YouTube, and even here I take breaks. I get out. But I miss the days where everybody was just a person and we all just connected. But then I wouldn't have this and I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys, this is pretty awesome. Okay. Saurian Sky. Okay, voted other because I can't choose the first three options all at once. LOL. Nice. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like if I were to go, let me see. Um, I would I would select all actually too because as much as I hate to admit it, I'm continuously distracted by the internet. Like I'm not always on, as you guys know, I'm not always on social media or YouTube, but I feel like you can always learn something and my I love that. Like if I ever want to learn about anything. I had a leak on my roof in my apartment a few days ago. And so I looked up on YouTube how to fix a leak in the roof and I went down a rabbit hole. And now I know so many things about how to fix a leak in my roof. I never actually fixed it. Did I fix it? No, because I couldn't. But now I know so many things. All my plants that you see in my apartment are all alive because I can search how to troubleshoot them on the internet. If I didn't have YouTube and the internet to find these things out, they my plants would probably all be dead. But they're thriving and living their best lives because of the beauty of the internet. Same with Nova. I've been able to troubleshoot when she's had her problems or Nova doesn't really have problems. She's amazing. Let's just admit it. But okay, I see a super chat and I don't want to miss this one. I think this is Macy. Oh my gosh, it is. It is. It is Macy. Okay, hang on. Let's go down to the super chat. We got to read this one. Uh okay. Oh, hi Tom King. It's good to see you in the chat. Okay. All right. Hang on. Oh, I missed another one. Steven Yarnell. Hi, Steve. Oh, it's awesome to see you, Steve. I missed this one. Okay. And higher Iron Raiden, by the way. Wow. Hey guys. Okay. I didn't see you all here. Okay. Steve for 4.99. Thank you so much, Steve. You rock. Happy New Year, Kel. First live stream of the year. Yes. And hopefully not the last one. I know I wait way too long to stream, and I'm sorry about that. I know you guys want more streams, and I do too. And I'm hoping with more time, I'll be able to. I want to kind of commit to doing a little bit more on my channel, just a little bit, baby steps, but we'll see. Um, anyway, okay. Thank you so much, Steve. Let's find Macy's super chat now. Okay, Macy. Thank you so much, Macy. Just got home. Howdy. Ryan says he misses 2002. I keep wondering whatever happened to 1978. Wow. If only we had time machines, man. I don't know. I go back and forth because I think this time is a fascinating time to be alive and I know that there will always be strife and confusion in whatever era we're in. But this one seems maybe it's just cuz we're living it, but this one seems particularly rife with strife. So, anyway, but I do feel like I'm capable of learning more than I would have been if I were born into a previous life. But then again, I don't know. I could have probably, I don't know. Who the frick knows? We're figuring it out as we go. That's the most we can say at this point, right? Macy, it's awesome to see you. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. You are awesome. Thank you also, by the way, I saw that you answered the poll I put up on the community page, and I appreciate and can relate to your answer. And I was saying earlier to the good people of the chat, you guys might not believe it, but I struggle with anger myself, and I am currently finding, my own ways through it. It is a very natural thing, and I also understand it's a very shameful thing for a lot of people, and a lot of people feel like they shouldn't be angry. Um, which is a very tricky thing because it's kind of like in the same notion of, sobriety, where it's people are seeking comfort in a substance or a behavior because they need something or they're hurt, and that's the way that they're trying to seek it out. So it's kind of, and I think a lot of people get deterred from the path of sobriety because they're so scared of, not only are they scared of not being sober, they're scared of being sober and having to adhere to that so rigidly, because if they fall off the wagon, so to speak, they're a failure. But those are really, really strict terms to hold ourselves to. Hang on, there are screaming children in the hallway. Hang on. I can't. I get so easily distracted when I hear other things. We have barking dogs. We have screaming children. I think they're done. Okay. Who am I to stop someone's fun, right? Okay. Anyway, thank you again, Macy, so much for the $20 super chat. Sorry for the short diatribe. I don't know where the heck I was going with that. I saw another super chat and I don't want to miss it. Dakari. Hey. Oh, it's good to see you. Dakari the professor for a $5 super chat. Thank you. Hi, I can't stay for the full stream, but I wanted to show you some love. Thank you. I hope you continue to find success, love, and happiness in your daily life. Thank you so much, Jakari. It is awesome seeing you. That is very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And now I see Gary's here. Hi, Gary. And Gary, and it's awesome to see you. Gary says this live stream is a wonderful surprise. Hey, Kelly, hail all the awesome people in the chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for being here, Gary. We all love having Gary here. Gary's awesome. Oh, G-Boy, 1973. Your wellness streams are great, and I always say you were like a therapeutic. Thank you. Thanks for the chill. You're welcome, G-Boy, and I hope you are well and continue to make music. All right, let's see. Sandman says run runner. Yeah, we had things called encyclopedias. I miss encyclopedias. I went through an unhealthy obsession. I had a set of encyclopedias growing up, and I loved those. I would just search up as many terms as I could, especially with animals and human biology. I loved that kind of stuff. And then when I got my first computer as a kid, I forget how old I was, probably like 10 or 11 maybe. There was this program called Encarta, and it was like a digital encyclopedia, and I freaking read everything there was to read on Encarta. I remember they had, especially I started with animals. You could watch a video of like a dove flying and see how its wings moved, and a cat falling and see how a cat would like twist in order to make sure that they landed on all fours. That kind of stuff was my jam. I miss encyclopedias. They still exist though. So do libraries, and libraries are beautiful, beautiful things. And I'm still upset about the burning of the Library of Alexandria, if that says anything about my love of libraries. It stings when I think about it, and I wasn't even around for it. Anyway, hey chat, you guys are awesome. I've missed you all a lot. God, it's good to see you guys. Macy Van Dusen for another $5 super chat. Thank you, Macy. Use this to buy Nova a special treat. Okay, thank you, and I will. Nova gets all the treats. She is a very good girl, and she deserves them. So thank you, Macy. She will appreciate that. And Macy, I thought of you. Actually, just yesterday, I had an owl in my courtyard just out there, like that way. I heard like a woo, 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 at night, and I opened, my windows were already open, but I peeked my head out one of the windows quietly, so not to scare it away. And I kind of triangulated and sensed that it was in a tree to the courtyard down to the right. And then I heard another one all the way like up this way in a tree up here, and they were talking to each other, and they kept getting closer, and then they got together and they were making noise, and it was the cutest thing. I think the owls were, I don't know if they were friends or if they were just, making new baby owls together, but it was really cute either way. It was so exciting because I'm not in an area where I would think owls would just hang out. So it was really special. My dad, where he lives, Gets owls all the time. They're beautiful, big barred owls too. But I know you appreciate birds of prey, Macy, so I thought you'd like that story. Okay, you guys are awesome. Reading, I'm gonna try to get up with so many. Hey, A Money Wilson, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. And hello, Sadako24. It is good to see you again. Tatsu Murasaki. Hi, Bunny. Just stopping by for a bit. Got a job interview coming up. Oh, good luck, my purple dragon friend. Good luck. It is good to see you. Wishing you well. The good Tom King loved Encarta. I knew you would love Encarta, Tom King. That's funny. That makes sense. I could see you loving Encarta and encyclopedias as well. Yes, Optic Racer 21, magical encyclopedias, all those pictures. Hang on, guys. I've been holding this soda for like 10 minutes. I need a sip. Hang on. Reading. I'm still reading. Hi, Gary McGregor. Hi, Kai. Oh, Kai, it's good to see you. Kai, are you proud of me? I told you the last time we streamed together that I wanted to do more streams on my channel, and this is the first stream I've done in a long time on my own channel. So I hope you're proud of me. It's good to see you. Happy New Year, Kai. I hope you're well. G-Boy had a hummingbird land on your hand once for a few seconds. It was awesome. I love hummingbirds. They are amazing. Oh my gosh. Run and hide gamer owls. Do you know Harry Potter? Do I know Harry Potter? Yes, I love Harry Potter. The books I loved, those were the first. I started reading in middle school, but I didn't start loving reading until Stephen King and Harry Potter books. Those I attribute Stephen King and Harry Potter with like really just plunging me into reading, and that's what really got me into it. So when the films came out, I really enjoyed them because I still think the world building was really, really good. Yeah. And apparently my Myers-Briggs type lines up with Luna Lovegood, which, I'm all for. I'm a weird girl. She's a weird girl. We get it. And yes, I love owls. Gary Sharts live during a live stream. Hello, Jedi Bunny. Hello, Gary Sharts. Iron Raiden. Oh my gosh. Iron Raiden, thank you. It is good seeing you. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You are awesome. I hope you are doing well. It is always nice seeing you. I hope you're taking good care and then you're having a good 2022 so far. Did I get the year right? Is it 2022? I was writing a card for my best friend from home. Known this girl since I was 4. And I was writing her Christmas card and I didn't have my phone with me. I wasn't near a calendar and I wrote 2022. I think I wrote 2021 with a question mark on it because I was like, I forget what friggin' year it is. I wrote 2021 with a question mark. That's where I was, a few weeks ago. So we're still figuring out. Okay. You guys rock. Oh, thank you, Kai. I'm glad you're stoked to see me live and I'm glad you're proud. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, that's cool, Tatsu. Got a huge world building project I'm working on. How to world building, I am a fan of. That's one of the things I love about good fantasy and good sci-fi and honestly anything. I don't give me any spoilers, people, but I am watching The Wire. By the way, whoever recommended The Wire to me years ago, thank you, because it is probably the best show I've ever seen. And like I mean, I'm talking like this is in the same realm as like The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and 6 Feet Under for me. Those are my other favorite shows, but I think The Wire, I mean, it is so friggin' good. No spoilers, guys, but like the world building in that show, and it's not a fantasy, it's not sci-fi, it just feels like you're in Baltimore in the early 2000s, and it is just friggin' amazing. And the humanity and the layers and the context and the nuance and the philosophy, and it's not pretentious at all. It's just, oh gosh, it's just so friggin' it's like it's so rich with humanity and just the layers of humanity and reality and just friggin' awesome. I love that show. Anyway, yeah. So, oh my gosh, A Money Wilson. My cat named Kapaw, Kapow tried to take out a Canadian goose once. Oh my gosh. Raven, nice. David Lynch reference. Raven, the owls are not what they seem. Thank you. Always happy to see a fellow David Lynch friend. Mateus, owls make for great pets from what I've seen. I would love to have a pet owl one day. It's funny, growing up, I always wanted so many pets. Like, I had so many pets growing up. I think partially because I was an only child and I just wanted like companionship. But now that I have Nova, she's like she's all I want. Like, I just love making her having her be my only child, so to speak, until I actually have a human child, and then she'll be my older sibling to my human child whenever that happens. Uh yeah, Eric K. I have owls that live in a tree on the property. Amazing how quiet they fly. They are so silent. I guess they have to be. When I go hiking in the canyons up here, it's so beautiful to watch the hawks. And I saw a falcon last week up. I was in a higher hike, kind of near the ocean, and I'm pretty sure it was a falcon because it just, I don't know, had a different head shape and size than the hawks I typically see, and it was so freaking beautiful, and I love when they make that phew sound, just like so freaking cool. Ugh, love them. And yes, Tom King, you're accurate. Hummingbirds sound like gigantic bees. I think something about the wing mechanics, it sounds so similar. Actually, hummingbirds almost have like a radar sound to them when they're flying. Um, we get some in this tree over here because there's it produces some kind of flower that has a nectar in it. So we get tons of hummingbirds over here, and when you hear them far away, they sound like little radar guns. They're really cute. Okay, now I'm behind on the chat again. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted talking about birds here. Polly Polly D, thank you for your super chat for 199. I need to learn my different worldly denominations. I'm not sure what this is. Is this a pound? Is this a euro? I'm so bad. I need to be more cultured. I'm sorry, but Polly D, either way, this is a funny comment. BSers were livid when encyclopedias came out. Amen. That's so funny. Sadaku, yes. Yes, you do need to see The Wire. Please see The Wire. If you have ever had any inclination to watch The Wire, any of you, this is for any of you, it is excellent. It's a slow burn compared to what the kind of crap that comes out these days. No offense. I'm sure there's plenty of good stuff out there these days. But The Wire, I want to say it was around like 2004 or something. I don't know. It was just it's just excellent. I mean, I wish there was a better word. Phenomenal. Just the upper echelon of filmmaking, and it's a series, but it's just amazing. Just beautiful. Just freaking beautiful. I love it. Nitrium says no Jack Mercy on Timcast surprises no one. I haven't watched Timcast in a minute. I used to watch that when I guess Tim Pool started that like a few years ago. I used to watch it all the time, but then I just noticed I was just getting angry watching it and getting uncomfortable, and either agreeing to the point where I was uncomfortable or disagreeing to the point where I was uncomfortable, and all of it just. But that's not just that. That's with all news media and people that claim to not be part of the news media, that are speaking out against the news media, and then they become their own form of news media because they have people consuming them. It's all monetizable. Yeah, it's just a lot. Nothing against anyone that does it or that enjoys it. It's just, for me personally, I was like, I wasn't enjoying it anymore. So peaced out. Oh, Polly D, McNulty is my spirit animal. I love that. Okay, so cool. Okay, McNulty, I love it. I have yet to find, I'm not sure what character I most relate to yet. But I mean, probably not. I probably not D'Angelo Barksdale, but I loved D'Angelo Barksdale. Like, for some reason, I just felt, I don't know. I just felt like maybe he was my spirit animal for The Wire. Maybe. Man, no spoilers, people. For anybody, not because just assume no one's seen it. So you could just drop names, but don't drop story points. Tom King, I have not seen Firefly, but Jesse has told me I need to see it among a few other people. Outlaw Gamer, did I watch Spartacus? I've seen I think I've seen Oh no, I'm thinking of Ben-Hur. I don't know if I ever saw Spartacus. And I haven't seen Sons of Anarchy, but I've heard good things about that. And Jeremy told me to see Sons of Anarchy. So, you're the second person to recommend that. Maybe I will. Tatsu. Ooh, the Physics Channel with Kenny Lee. I've been reviewing magnetism and stars. That's awesome. The Physics Channel with Kenny Lee. I think I've seen him before. Hang on, let me look that up. I love physics. Okay. The Physics Channel with Kenny Lee. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, wait. No, I don't know this guy. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he teaches physics. He's like an actual school teacher. That's so cool. That's so cute. I love that. Hey, that's awesome. Okay. Oh, wait, you're talking to someone in the chat. I thought you were telling me to watch it. Oh, okay. Oh, well, hi, Physics Channel with Kenny Lee. Congratulations on your YouTube channel. And I love that you are having a YouTube channel talking about physics. That's friggin' awesome. Good for you. Oh, Optic Racer, yeah, The Sopranos, yeah, so incredibly sublime at times. The famous use of legendary music, the writing just magnifico. Sorry, I'm not reading correctly tonight. Yeah, The Sopranos was amazing. I need to rewatch it. I started rewatching it a few years ago, and then stopped. I was not a huge fan of The Many Saints of Newark, the film, as a prequel. Just, I don't know. Talk about world building. It just kind of fell flat for me in that regard. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed kind of like some of the remember moments, like, "Oh, remember Polly?" And, yeah, like, it was cool. It was cool to see, his mom when she was younger. I really like that actress's, like, portrayal. I thought she did a pretty good job, but I don't know. Flat. I kind of forgot everything that happened in it within a day of watching it. So, and then that's the opposite of how I felt about The Sopranos. The Sopranos has staying power. Like my favorite shows, The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, 6 Feet Under, The Wire, all have like hooks that stay inside your being. Like I feel like the way I carry Star Wars in my heart is the way I carry 6 Feet Under in my heart. It's like in my marrow, it's in my bones, especially Star Wars though, because like nothing can take away the original trilogy from coursing through my blood and being a part of my my energy. But anyway, I won't bore you guys with that. All right. Okay. Hi, Rockman Raiden. It is good to see you. And here's the actual physics channel with Kenny Lee. We see you here, Kenny. Maybe that's why I recognize your channel name is that I've actually talked to you before. It's good to see you. Oh, gee boy, I seen a big crane slash egret while I was fishing that caught a bigger bass than I did that day. Those things are like apex predators. They are slow, they are quiet. So I was on my way back from a hike once and I was walking through this like flat land and there were all these little gopher holes like strewn about and they're so cute, these little gophers. They're so freaking cute. I'm not sure like they're just so cute and they'll pop their little heads up, but they're just not like they're not the best at avoiding predators, let's just say. And this, I'm not sure if it was an egret. It was tall. It was like a tall, it almost looked like maybe a heron because it was on the bigger side. And it grabbed this, and I saw this from far away, so it wasn't too gruesome because I can't watch like animals getting hurt, so it wasn't too gruesome. It was far away, but I saw it grab the whole dang gopher out of its hole and just swallow it whole. And I saw that freaking poor gopher just go. Ugh, I don't even want to tell you guys this. It's just too sad. I don't even like talking about it. But I saw it like go through the yeah. DM. The Wire was so overrated. Well, that's a very subjective statement, but you're saying it as an objective statement. So this is my problem when people make criticism over art. And that's the thing. Whenever I talk about art or media of any sort, I do try to disclaim it in the sense that this is my opinion. This is my stance. This is something I love. This is something I herald as the best or my favorite. This is something I denounce as something I don't really particularly enjoy. But to say objectively, as though your opinion is the first and last opinion on the entire internet spectrum, to say The Wire was so overrated, I would like to know your qualifications as a film critic. I would like to know what puts you in a position to say so objectively and with such confidence that something was overrated, because I completely and utterly disagree. Sorry. You know me, guys. I typically am very open, but I completely disagree with that statement. Anyway, with incels interlinked, well, this is an awesome surprise stream. It is awesome seeing you here. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Keck 44 E. Okay, there it is. E equals euro, and that little symbol equals pound. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna remember that. So the one before was a euro. Awesome. Spike in Madness. Hey, good to see you. Matt G, thank you for the super chat. $2. Thank you. Okay. So Matt G and I connected on both loving Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David. I actually was kind of, I still love it. I still love Larry David. I was kind of let down overall with this season. I'm not sure what it is. I love the ensemble. I loved I loved the character, the new female character. She's so funny. What's her name? Like Ullman or something. I forget the actress's name. Maybe it's Tracy Ullman. I thought she was wickedly funny, and her performance was like top notch, like physical humor, timing, excellent. But overall, yeah, it was kind of, I felt like this was a kind of lackluster season. I wasn't as impressed with it as previous seasons. Didn't make me laugh as much. I found myself a little bit more checked out. But I still enjoyed it, and it's still one of the only comedies that I regularly watch now. I've gotten much more into kind of like absurdist comedy over the years. Like I watch like like kind of I Think You Should Leave or Tim and Eric type things, the Detroiters. But I don't know. I kind of haven't been in a comedy mood recently just because of life circumstances, but I'm starting to get back into it. And Curb Your Enthusiasm, I still love and consider one of my favorites as far as those things go. But yeah, this season didn't do it for me as much as previous seasons. I hate to say. I wonder what your take is, what your opinion is, because yeah, that's just my opinion, and I can see where other people might enjoy it very much. Ooh, the dude 1764, the Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, Sons of Anarchy is a pretty gritty take on people. I could see that. I haven't seen it yet, but I like that. I like gritty. I'd rather gritty and realistic than skating over the surface and creating just kind of like superficial tropes for the sake of making statements. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with gritty. Gary N, thank you so much for the super chat for $9.99. Gary N says, Kelly, have you ever dabbled in child psychology in college or on your own? With your teaching background and interested in child development, you might find it interesting. Really great to see you. I haven't professionally studied child psychology. I mean, I'm not obviously in a professional capacity, but I have taken courses on child development, attachment theories, and a few things with child psychology. I've taken a few courses that have kind of elevated my I can teach certain things to kids because of the courses with certain methods, but I'm not part of the mental health community yet. Although, if I were to go back to school, I probably would end up majoring in psychology at this point, just because my original major, as some of you know, was journalism, and I just became very disillusioned with that industry very early on after graduating. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, child psychology. I love attachment theory. I think it's fascinating. I think it lines up a lot with what we see in people, how they form relationships, and also I really love systemic theory, which can really work well hand in hand with child development and developmental psychology, because you're taking into account how the child's parents were raised and how their parents were raised and how things build up over time, generational traumas, so to speak. So all that stuff is fascinating to me. And I will probably continue to look further into it. And I'm actually considering when I do get back to work, I'm considering working with something with some type of outreach program, whether that's with children or with just generally disenfranchised or homeless people. I do want to do something along those lines. And obviously, any kind of background in mental health and psychology is helpful for that. So I will always continue to seek out information on those topics because I find them to be so fruitful for just living a healthier life. Oh my gosh, my alarm. Okay. Okay. I got to get going. So wait, what time is it? Oh no, it's 5:18. Oh, we still have time. Okay. I should get going around like 5:40, guys, because in case you didn't know, there is a Geeks and Gamers girls reunion on the G&G Poor Choices channel. POUR. Let me pull up if actually if one of you mods want to put there's a thing, maybe I can find it. Hang on. Let me find it. Let me find it. I'll put the link in here. After this, if you guys want to, no pressure, but if you want to, you are more than welcome to join us in this stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, Eric K already did it. Thank you, Eric. I think Eric got it, but I'm just gonna drop it in there too. That's the link. Okay. All right. But I'm not going yet. We're gonna go on till like I have my next alarm set for 5:40 so I can get a snack in between. Okay. Oh, Nitrium sent a super sticker. Hang on. Hang on. I need to see the super sticker. And I saw other super chats too. Sorry guys, I'm missing them. I will get to them, I promise. Thank you for the super chicker night super chit chit. Thank you for the super sticker, Nitrium. I love the 100. That's really cool. Thank you. And I love your dragon eye profile photo. That's so cool. That's a great question, Gary. Thank you so much. I freaking love child psychology. I find it fascinating, developmental psychology. And also, I recommend that to any of you people in the chat, good people of the chat. If any of you have any kind of like hang-ups or things that you want to work on in life, any issues at all, I would really strongly, especially if you have any issues with your parents, or if you have had any issues in relationships, forming healthy relationships, healthy friendships, look into attachment theory and find out what type of attachment you are, because that can go that can go really far as far as creating some self-awareness for why you behave the way you do in certain relationships, why you might be avoiding things, why you might be seeking certain things, why you might be clingy, why you might be making other people uncomfortable, or why you might be running away from certain things. It's all really fascinating stuff. And also, if you start looking into developmental psychology, that is so fascinating because you can apply it to yourself and how you grew up, and what things might have influenced you to think the way that you do, to perceive reality the way that you do. And it's great because you can also apply it to other people that you love and care about, and kind of cultivate empathy for how other people are, and realize that everyone has been dealt such a wildly different set of cards. Even two siblings within the same family can have entirely different experiences with reality, for seemingly imperceptible differences in how parents treat them or the time that they grow up in. Even if they're 2 years apart, it can be such a wildly different experience. And I think understanding those little minutia of how complex life can be and how many layers it has can really aid in cultivating a better understanding of ourselves and more capacity and patience for other people. So it's certainly helping me because that's been one of my struggles in the past. You guys saw me how upset I got when someone said The Wire was overrated a couple minutes ago. Sorry to whoever that was if I went too harsh on you, but I love The Wire. So yeah, anyway, John Smith, hello, John Smith. UK Wales here, hello. John, I like the way you spell your name. Very cool. Very cool. And thank you again to Nitrium for the super sticker. Macy says it's for $2 super chat. Thank you, Macy. Yes, you must watch Firefly. Wow, you are one of quite a few people now who's telling me this. I guess so. Bruce Lombardo, by the way, Bruce, I loved our conversation. I loved what you wrote back. I haven't responded yet, obviously, but what you wrote back to me was really so like just I was really impressed with your level of like self-awareness in that comment, and also what you wrote at the end about me was really, really uplifting and good to see. So thank you for that. You're awesome. Um, happy lurking. Enjoy. Everybody loves Firefly. Okay, let's keep going. I'm behind on the chat as per usual. Sorry, guys. Oh, Corey. Mindhunter for the win. 6 Feet Under was great. Corey, yes. Okay, so I enjoyed Mindhunter. I have been interested. Actually, one of the first things that got me into psychology, well, I started taking psychology. I took my first psychology course in high school, and then I took it throughout university. But one of the things that got me really into psychology was actually forensic psychology and understanding serial killers, or trying to understand serial killers and their kind of um, methodology and their way of thinking and their way of doing things. I found that really, really interesting. Um, so that was a really cool thing, seeing Mindhunter, seeing them kind of explore that. And also I really enjoyed how they kind of explored the notion of how looked down upon psychology was at the time by professional fields, especially by the government and the police forces, because at the time it was considered like a very new and soft, silly kind of way of looking at things. And obviously we've seen so much more now, but it's interesting because looking at so many television series and films, they really kind of did a wacky job on showing mental health professionals, psychology therapists. Like, if your only idea of a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, or a mental health professional is based off of something you've seen in movies and television, they're completely different. There's a completely different reality at hand. And oftentimes those are filtered through so many tropes and superficial characterizations of things that the field isn't, that's not even close to what the field is. The field is so humanistic, and it looks so much into systemic, theories and studies, and it's just, it can be such a wonderful and helpful tool for people. So it's cool to see it highlighted in shows that actually kind of delve into psychology in the world of understanding the human mind and human behavior in a more positive light, I guess I would say. So yeah, I enjoyed Mindhunter. It wasn't my favorite show. Like, it definitely had some of its problems for me personally. Um, but I enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the actors, especially the one that played what's his name? I always mess up the names. The really tall guy that he would kidnap the like college girls. His mother was a teacher or a professor or something. That guy. I thought because I've seen interviews with that guy, and I thought that the vibe, just the general vibe, was very like uncannily similar. I thought that actor did a really nice job with his performance. Ah, Polly D. Thank you for the 199. Okay, many saints is English for Moltisanti. I never realized that. Oh my god, Moltisanti. Oh, that makes so much sense. Moltisanti. Ah, the many saints, the Moltisantis. Okay. Woo! That went right over my head, but thank you. You learn something new every day. I like that. Okay. Spike and Madness says Kelly looks like Inara with the heart of Kaylee shiny. LOL. I always look shiny and I don't know why. I okay, so maybe the only thing I can think of is when I was a kid, I had really like oily acne skin, and I don't really get acne anymore, but I think my skin is still like oily. So whatever. Not oily, not oily, supple. We're just gonna go with supple. It's also probably just because 'cause I'm nervous. Sorry, guys. You guys make me nervous. Um, The Outlaw Gamer, how is it that crime dramas always tend to be the absolute best shows ever? They can be excellent. They can also be kind of lackluster. Depends. It really depends on the showrunners. But yeah, some of them yeah, Breaking Bad, Sopranos. I love Better Call Saul too as a follow-up to Breaking Bad. I did not like the movie Camino Royale or whatever. I was not a fan. It just didn't have the same oomph for me. Yeah. But yeah, there are some really good ones. I just think it's a really cool way to explore human drama and the human condition. And also it's there's so much more nuance in how we explore good versus bad characters now. Like, I'll use The Wire as an example just because it's top of mind and I'm obsessed with it right now, but you don't just have your typical bad guy or typical good guys. You the there's so many things layered into why people make the choices they do. Um, if they have a strong moral compass or if they're performing to have a strong moral compass for the sake of the job or the sake of personal gain, personal benefit. People that are willing to question themselves, question their beliefs, go within, feel the pain, and then grow from it. Challenge themselves. Like I don't know. I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want to give any spoilers. But just watch The Wire. Just watch The Wire. It's freaking amazing. If you like philosophy, if you like psychology, if you're fascinated by humanity, just freaking watch it. And I know there are going to be people who say philosophy. What, The Wire? Yes, it explores so many different levels of philosophy through it. It's not ham-fisted at all. It's not on the face at all. Like, you can't, like, unless you're aware of it and looking for it, you can just enjoy it for what it is, and it's a crime action show. But if you look at it from a philosophical lens, it's like, oh my gosh, the ideas it explores just go infinitely deep. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Back to the chat. Steve Yarnell, I'm a leaf on the wind, watch how I soar. I don't know what that's a quote from. It might be The Wire. I might not be far enough in it. I'm just gonna assume it's from The Wire. Oh, G-boy. I had to save a groundhog from street cats once and drove it in a box to a local creek. Felt like Bill Murray in the movie. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you for saving the groundhog. That's really sweet. I love cats, but I would not want to let them hurt a groundhog either. I brought a few hurt animals back to the apartment, and Nova knows. When I still lived in New York, I found a tiny baby bird and I brought it back to the apartment and just explained to her in cat terms, this is that we are taking care of this. And she understood. And I brought a baby bird back to this apartment and a baby squirrel back to this apartment. She's been very good with them. So she understands. She's very smart. She gets it. Bruce Lombardo, The Wire is greater than anything else wrote. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kai, Rosetta shared a story last night about a bald eagle that lost her mate, and she's so hurt she's getting in fights with other animals and even murdered a couple birds that were annoying her. Holy sh! That's really sad. From what I know, a lot of birds mate for life, and that's really heartbreaking if that's true, because that means she's probably just in a lot of pain and projecting that pain into how she relates with the world, which is relatable. Yeah. I love that, Nitrium. Yeah, just put an IMO after it when it's an opinion. Yeah, simple. IMO. Like, if you think that let me think of something. If you think that cheesecake is disgusting, don't write cheesecake is disgusting, because there are plenty of people that would disagree with you, right? Cheesecake is disgusting. IMO, in my opinion. I mean, we're living in 2022 now, guys. If y'all can't realize that opinions are wildly different from objective reality, and subjective reality is somewhere in the middle where you can still have a subjective point of view, but you have to claim it as subjective. You have to say, in my point of view, in my opinion. It will add so much credibility to your statements and your arguments and just your life, and you will feel better, because it doesn't feel good to shit on other people's stuff that they like, to say salads suck when you might be talking to someone whose salad saved their life. I don't know. Maybe just say, in my opinion, it saves lives. Your opinion, stating that it's your opinion can really make people feel better and not so personally attacked because I freaking love The Wire. Are we going to go back to this? Yes, we are, because The Wire is freaking amazing in my opinion. And if someone says in an objective statement that it sucks or it's overrated, I have a problem with that. Show me your degree that lets you say that with an objective statement. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Gary N, I thought it was you that recommended The Wire in the first place several years ago, and I think I started watching it. I want to say I watched like 1 or 2 episodes and I just wasn't in the right headspace for it. And then Joe and I started rewatching it like a few weeks, like a month ago, and it is just amazing. So Gary, I think it was you that recommended it in the first place. I think it was because you're saying it now. And earlier in the chat, I think before you got here, I said I thought it was you that recommended The Wire. Thank you. Life-changing. This show is amazing. Gary Ann says, I'm really glad you're watching The Wire, Kelly. It's such a superb show and one of the best shows of all time. You are in for a wonderful and captivating time. Yes, Gary, thank you. I freaking love it. Oh my God, Tatsu Murasaki, I know. Speaking of animals that swallow lots of things, pelicans attempt to eat almost anything. I know it's really scary and sad, but I love pelicans. They're so cute, but I can't watch videos of animals getting hurt. I can't watch videos of animals hurting other animals. I understand it's the circle of life. This is how things go. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. Please don't say anything about it. I don't want to know about it. I love animals so much. I love them. I can't. Kai MFS. Kai, turns out DM is chatting from prison. LOL. Oh, Kai, you're awesome. John Smith says, I was involved in a film called Human Traffic about the clubbing scenes in 90s UK. Ooh, cool. That's interesting. I mean, I know this is a far stretch from like the clubbing scene, but for as far as like 90s UK like nostalgia goes, I really enjoyed Trainspotting with Ewan McGregor. I thought that was a pretty cool film, subjectively, in my opinion. Oh, love this, Polly D. Polly D, you got some good taste here. Okay. The Wire is so ambitious, telling the story of an entire city with key players in different areas. Each season would be a massive headache for any writer's room. I know, but they did it so beautifully. The way that they interweave it, it's just like, I mean, I am continually just impressed with its level of interconnectivity and also just elegant. It's so elegantly written. And it's never gets sticky. It never sticks on anything too long, at least not where I am in the series. Like I haven't watched the whole series yet, but so far, I want to say I'm like halfway through season 3. I'm just like, just overwhelmed with how elegantly written and beautifully crafted. And it's just like, I freaking love it. Anyway, sorry guys. If any of you haven't seen The Wire, I really urge you to see it, but I'm sorry if I'm boring you by talking about The Wire. We're going to talk about other things, I promise. I love that the physics channel with Kenny Lee is here, just dropping physics knowledge in the chat. Thank you for your service, Kenny Lee. I appreciate you. I love your enthusiasm for physics. Physics is freaking awesome. Wow. Wow. That's so cool. Okay. Aw. Gee boy, laughter is the best medicine. Yeah, I love laughing. A good laugh is great. I heard a statistic once now. I can't state the validity of this because I don't remember where I heard this, but I heard a statistic that if you laugh for an average of 7 minutes a day, you will be a happier person. So let's all try to laugh for 7 minutes a day when we can. Gary N, thank you for the super chat. $4.99. Gary N says, Firefly is a must-watch, Kelly. It's on the Tubi app for free if you have access to it. I think I do have Tubi. I will check it out. Thank you. So many people recommending Firefly. You know what? I'm going to re-put that on my list. I'm going to shuffle it to the top of my list now because too many people are recommending this. I'm just going to put it in capital letters. in its own little note. And then guys, I gotta get going soon. I gotta get going soon. So just letting you know, because I do have to wrap this up. Remember that Poor Choices stream is coming up um at 6 p.m. PST. So that's 9 p.m. EST. Hi, Crimson Mist. Good to see you. Nitrium says Sons of Anarchy. Blah, blah. Anarchy is a tough watch at times. It's a very good show. Thank you. Yeah, quite a few of you guys have said good things about it. So, I will check that out. I'll put that right after Firefly, actually, because you guys seem pretty neck and neck between Sons of Anarchy and Firefly. Firefly, I think, has a few more people in its corner, but Sons of Anarchy, I think you know what it was, that kept me from watching The Wire for so long? And this could sound really sheltered of me, but I remember thinking when I first started it, like, I don't know how to relate to any of this world or its characters. So I don't know that I'll understand the experiences and then I'll be able to be immersed. And then like looking back retrospectively now, having been watching it, it just blows my mind because if anything, it has like skyrocketed my level of understanding and empathy for people. Just because I never put myself in those situations. I felt foreign to that world, even though like I've had friends that have grown up in similar situations. Um, I guess I just always felt more separate from them, but if anything, it's cultivated this sense of like empathy and understanding and just a desire to just want to show up better as a human. So I imagine, and that's kind of how I felt about Sons of Anarchy was it was hard for me to suspend my sense of self. Like not that I felt like I could relate to the world of Tony Soprano or Walter White, or Nate Fisher from 6 Feet Under, but they were relatable enough to my experience, like the working class family experience, that I felt that I would be more easily immersed. And then for things like sci-fi and fantasy, the whole point is suspending disbelief. So that was really easy for me. Like Luke Skywalker was probably the most relatable character I had growing up. In a lot of ways, just in sense of his inner conflict and his emotion and all of those things. So I don't know, it's just so freaking cool what art can really do. Oh, there's my real alarm. Now I really got to go. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. You guys have been freaking amazing. Hi, Stunt Brat 777. It's awesome seeing you to stream. You probably left already because you said you have an appointment in this comment. I got to let you guys all go. I wish I could say hello to all of you. Oh my God, I'm so far behind in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. You guys have been freaking amazing. Um, Corey, I avoid dating. I'll have to check it out. Tales of True Star Wars. Hi, Happy New Year, Matt G. Okay, yes, Matt G. Thank you for your super chat for $2. 2020 season of Curb better than 2021 season, better than 2017 season. Ooh, solid. Okay, I like your rating system. I dig it. I dig it. Okay, Hokies 95. Hi, Hokies. It is awesome to see you. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas and New Year's Eve. Thank you so much, Hokies. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Okay, you guys, I really got to go now. I really got to go. Hi, Amber Production. Sorry for anybody that I didn't say hello to. I'm looking at everybody. Hi, Thunderduck. Hi, everybody. Okay, so everybody drop into the girls stream on the Geeks and Gamers Poor Choices channel. They're really cool. It's X-Ray Girl and Tugs, aka That Tug Life. They're awesome. They have their own channel. They discuss things like The Bachelorette and like 90 Day Fiance and stuff like that. But they're really fun. They're really cool people. I had the honor of meeting them both in person. They're beautiful human beings inside and out and so genuine, very authentic, made me feel very at ease. Which I was very, like, as I said earlier, I was very scared on that trip. They both made me feel really at ease and comfortable. So yeah, it was awesome. Polly D, thank you for another super chat. Shiny is Firefly jargon for good. Oh, so you were talking about my skin being shiny. Okay. Okay. You guys are awesome. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Okay. Gary N, thank you for another super chat. Guys, no one's not gonna have time to sing. Oh my gosh, I just realized. Okay. All right. Gary N, thank you for your 1999 super chat. Corny joke time. What are the two things that you can't have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I don't get it. Okay, that I'm gonna need to think about. I think I get it. I think I get it. Oh yeah, because you can have breakfast all day, but you can't have lunch. I've had some weird breakfast, man. I've had like ramen first thing in the morning before. I've had some weird days, so I can't even touch that one. But thank you again, Gary. Thank you, everyone in the chat. You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh, I was so behind on the chat and I didn't even realize it. Oh my god, I missed so many things. The dude 1764, thank you so much. 1999 super chat. You are amazing. Thank you. So good to see you tonight, Kelly. I kept you and your family in my thoughts over the holidays. The stream is a wonderful start to the new year. Let's make this a happy one, everybody. Beautifully said. Beautiful sentiment. Thank you so much, the dude. You are awesome. I hope you're doing well and taking good care of yourself. I hope everything is going well for you. I think of you often. You guys are all amazing. I freaking love you guys. Okay. All right. I really got to go. Okay. Okay. Nitrium, don't be mean. That joke was not objectively bad. In your opinion, it was bad. But I think if I understood it better, it would be funny. But Gary knows that I love corny jokes and I'm okay with it. I love corny jokes. So anyway, hi Kevin P. Bye Kevin P. Gotta go, guys. You guys are awesome. May the force be with you. Have a beautiful night. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any real quick. Double check. Hang on, I have to update this. All right. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats. I'm going back through. Okay. I think I got everybody. Just reading through. Yep. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes, got them all. Okay, guys, you have been awesome. Please have a good night. Please take good care of yourselves. Noah will not have time to sing tonight. I'm so sorry, guys, but she says hello. She's actually sleeping right now, so it's better I don't wake her up to sing. Anyway, have a beautiful night. Happy New Year. And please continue to take care of yourselves. Take that poll on my community post if you haven't yet. Take the poll. You can do it anonymously, or you can let us know a little bit more about why you chose what you chose, and if you have any other options that come to mind. I'm curious. I want to know. Let's continue this journey of self-exploration and understanding the human condition, understanding how we perceive reality and why we perceive it the way we do. Everyone take care. Have a beautiful night.